I left my family. I left my kids. I left my nightclubs, my parking company, $35 million to fight the fight.
Welcome, everyone, to an exclusive episode of the Patreon. As promised, we already posted the clip or the tapes of Sammy Gravano's first interview coming home from jail talking about John. We just posted the full 22.5-minute clip of footage, or the clip was 22.5 minutes, but with all the play-by-play we were doing, it's probably about 35-minute episode of John at the Ravenite, going through everyone else that's at the Ravenite: Gotti Sr., Sammy Gravano, John Gotti Jr., Bobby Borriello, a whole host of people, and we kind of go over that. So if you haven't checked out that video, make sure you do it. And this is going to stay only on the Patreon for everyone that's subscribed. So we want to thank you again for being a member of the Patreon. Look out for those monthly call-ins if you want to call into the show and ask John your question. Those are always fun for us, and hopefully fun for you guys as well. So we're going to go over this video.
Well, I'll explain before we go on. This is the Ravenite. You know, I'm also at the Bergen on a regular basis, but the Ravenite's a little more exclusive to made members, bosses, captains, and some other guys from other families around different crews that come over to see us and discuss business. This is the base of, at one time, Neil Della Croce, Paul Castellano, and it becomes John Gotti Sr.'s club. You are not allowed at this place unless you're invited by John Gotti Sr. to be at this place. This is for members and guys that will become members,
right?
That are at this club. So this is an exclusive Ravenite. People asked for this. I held this for a while. I held a couple other tapes, and I held the interview by Sammy Gravano, the first one he did. So I'm going to start releasing this stuff, especially for you guys at Patreon, to see what's really true and what's factual. There's some videos of me coming out of the Gotti's house that you've seen. One, me bringing Gotti Sr. to court on Vanity Fair. One with the lawyer Jerry Shelgal and Iggy, made member, and John Gotti Jr. when we get pulled over. Thanks, guys.
And so, yeah, just to echo that, on the previous longer episode, that was a very different night of the Ravenite. I believe that was January 3rd, 1990. And from what I can see here, this looks to be Christmas Eve of 89. Does that make sense? Were you there? Were you out and about?
Still out of jail,
okay.
Yeah.
So this is about, it says 15:47, so about 3:45 p.m. in the afternoon. We're going to try our best if we can recognize, or if John can recognize some of these people. It's obviously a little bit blurry, and these are older tapes. So whoever we do recognize, we're going to point out to you. But we'll kind of take you through it and see what we can see. So right now we just have a bunch of guys outside the Ravenite. This is Christmas Eve, 89.
At this time, me and Gotti Jr. have a case pending together. We're co-defendants on an assault case.
You guys couldn't look more Italian than... Wow. So they're just mobbing outside a little bit, hanging out, talking. They all got the same coats.
We're all gonna start mixing and talking in a couple of minutes. Guys will be talking about different business that we conduct with each other within the city, whether it's construction, hurting guys, problems, loan sharking. This is Johnny's around Jojo Carrazzo.
So here you guys can see my mouse. Jojo Carrazzo is right here?
No, this is Johnny.
Oh.
Jojo Carrazzo's right here. The face you see peeking out here.
This one?
The little guy there. Yeah.
Little guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here. You see the face in us.
Yeah.
He becomes the concierge of our family. Let's see who else is in here.
I'm moving the camera a little bit. The FBI wasn't too steady. Oh.
Okay, now this is me and John Gotti Jr. showing up now.
You're bottom left.
I'm bottom left. John Gotti Jr.'s. No. I'm in the middle here.
Oh, you're right here. Okay, let's zoom that back up so people can see that. So you're on the right.
I'm on the right. The first.
There you go. This guy.
That's me.
That's good looking.
Next to me is Johnny Ruggiero, Angelo Ruggiero's son.
On the left.
Right there on the left.
Okay, and then who's up front?
And that's John Gotti Jr.
Junior's
and then
up
to the
front.
right up top is Bobby Borriello,
cool.
Who's also made.
That's a nice trench coat.
There's Johnny kissing me hello. I guess he's leaving. He's around Jojo Carrazzo. He's a made guy.
So you guys walk up, say what's up.
Everybody starts saying hello, kiss out of respect for each other, and we'll start.
You guys did 2 kisses?
Some guys 2, some guys 1, depending who we're talking to.
The Italians usually do 1, because French always do 2.
No, it depends on the guys.
It depends on the guys. So it's a little
Yeah,
meet and greet.
you'll see me kissing through everybody. You know,
Right.
it's just
Yeah. It's
everybody here. Most of the guys here, you know,
All made?
all made. Everybody. This is you only show up to this club if Gotti's seen you once you're here.
Right,
If
right.
you're not part of a member of our club, you're not showing up. I had the respect, obviously, of a made guy, and I'm here on a regular basis. Wherever John is, I am. This is Paulie. That's here. There's
this
another
guy in
mate.
the middle.
Nice
white
guy.
hair.
Yeah, Paulie's a nice,
Older
really nice guy.
Yeah.
See who else is in here. Trying to see who else is walking in here. I mean, some of these.
So Polly's walking away. The few guys.
That's Eddie. That's Eddie Lino here.
Which
Stop
one?
that right there. On the other side of the guy with the hat.
This one.
Yeah. Eddie gets killed shortly
This is the
after
far.
this.
This is the far side of the guy
Yeah,
with the
let me
hat.
see
I'm
if
just
that's Eddie
circling
and
around.
make sure that's Eddie Lino.
That's a tough. You can't really see him.
Well, the problem I'm having a problem with my eyes here watching this, so I think it was
All right,
Eddie
let's see.
Lino.
Well, here goes. This is where their tapes.
Eddie
messed up.
gets hit by the
I imagine
corrupt cops.
This is another moment. This is about an
Okay.
hour later.
See
10
who's
minutes
here.
later.
I think this is Big Louie on the left.
Big Louis top left.
He's around JoJo also. Hard for me to make some of these guys' faces out.
God, imagine they had the cameras they have today. You guys, done. Guys just hanging out. This is crazy. This really does look like the movies.
Well, you know, we all got a report, so you know we're going to be in here and in and out and going back and forth. So waiting for John, waiting for the orders, talking about construction, talking about money they got to give, squaring up with other guys. This is Fat Bob, Big Bob, that just walked out. He basically is John's public personal assistant. He gets his clothes. He does everything for him. He books his appointments and he does things like that.
Who's that big guy in the white you said?
That's Bob.
Bob.
He used to drive a maroon Lincoln. Yeah.
Would you say most people that are here know each other?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's
Everybody knows each other.
members of the Gambino family. So, you know, we all know each other. We all see each other. You know,
These are usually pretty high-ranking people.
this is Ronnie One-Arm who stopped that right there. That's Ronnie One-Arm, the captain of the Gambino family. At this time, he's not
testified
He's not
against you,
straightened out yet, but he gets straightened out, becomes a captain. He's the one that made the statement in open court saying, "I'm partners with the Gottis in the drug business." He said it about 14 times.
Pretty tall guy.
Yeah, he's 6-something. And he also said that I'm a rogue, loose cannon, and a killer. And if he's not nice to me, I'll kill him too. So these are made guys. He becomes a skipper, Ronnie, and he's in prison now.
Who just walked out? The senior?
No, let me see who's. I missed that. Let me see who came out. That's Maddie again from the other night when I talked on the
Maddie
other
just
case.
walked into the.
Maddie walked in. I don't know who
All right,
walked
let's
out. I
see
missed that if you back that up.
No, this is probably them. Okay, this is a few minutes later. Still outside.
This is Nicky Carrazzo. Stop it right there. Nicky Carrazzo just stepping down. He's from Brooklyn.
He's all the way on the far right. So
Yeah.
you're going to see, for people watching, you're going to see him walk
yeah,
right,
right
out
there.
of that door. And that's Nicky Carrazzo.
He became the acting
Steps
boss.
down now.
And he's one of the guys that
Small
ordered.
guy.
Yeah. Tough guy, old-fashioned gangster. He's the one that hit John Gotti Sr. years earlier with a telephone when they were kids. They were fighting. So they had bad blood for a lot of years. And then later on, he's the one that gave the order through guys to ask me to hit Gotti Jr., hit his uncle Pete Gotti, and to also hit Carmine Agnello. And
Who are these two guys hanging out outside the door? Do you know? It's kind of hard to see their face in the wrong way. Guys in and out.
yeah, I couldn't see who that was. I can't see who's in front. They're not turning their head.
So it's about 4 o'clock Christmas Eve. That's why you guys do business a little earlier, so you can meet with the families later.
Well, after this, we'll go back to Gotti's house on Christmas
Oh,
Eve.
yeah.
We would go back, drink, and hang out there on Christmas Eve all night. And, you know, depending on when we were finished partying, he liked to have a good time on the holidays, John especially.
The FBI has no off season. Christmas Eve. All right, let's see.
That's Sally is again, John Jr.
John
Sally,
Jr.
Sally is
Yeah,
John Jr.
John Jr.'s in the middle right
Yeah,
here.
let me see who this guy is.
And then right out that door. Junior's the one with the light trench coat. People watching. A little what's up.
I stepped off camera somewhere. I'm either inside with Gotti again or like the other tape. You'll go in and out depending what he's asking. He might be telling me to pass a message, take a walk with somebody, talk to somebody about something. And
when you take a walk, that always means
you're talking about business of some sort. Because of the wiretaps and the phones and different things that are going on.
Wow. Going back in and out. It was nice. It was nice inside?
No, it's nothing in there. It's just a typical like dumpy bar and some chairs and tables in the back room. But
that's it.
With this life, okay, for people that don't understand, with this life, especially on Christmas Eve, this is very short tape. Right. I don't know how many hours they got from that day, but this is what we got.
Right.
We're there probably from the early afternoon, 2, 3 o'clock when John shows up. We drive in with John and we stay with him all day and night because every crew, not just our own crew, of made guys are coming paying homage to John. Right. And then from there we leave and then we go to his house on Christmas Eve. At times prior to us hitting Paul Castellano, we drove to Paul's house and we would go see him. Me, John, and Junior, and John went. And on occasion, and another time it was me and Bobby Borriello and John. And then the court cases, when I'm coming out of the Ravenite with Iggy and John Gotti Jr. and myself, we're going to pick up John Gotti from his court case. And what I talked about earlier on the other tape is we're picking him up, and they thought I had a gun on me, but I left it next door in that candy store.
Gotcha.
So that's the famous video that was out all over the news when I'm wearing a cardigan sweater and was all over Vanity Fair. So that was and then the other tape, I guess you're going to show these guys on coming out of Gotti's house with his family. So these tapes are all over, and from here we'll go to the other social club on Maspeth. Maspeth, Bergen, these clubs are John's clubs also, but they're more open to some associates. This is more for just the made guys and crews from other crews that want to come see John on John's OK.
Beautiful. Well, fascinating stuff, fascinating footage. I'm sure that no one else has seen this because no one else has seen it.
We have some videos and other tapes that I'm going to start putting out, pictures at my going away party.
Yeah.
Most of these guys are at my going away party when I go to jail.
John has a whole DVD that we're trying to burn. Is that what you say? Is that the expression? Shit, that sounds so yummy.
Anyway, guys, this is just an everyday, every week thing for us. And so for the people that don't know, there's about back in those days, there was about 200 made guys and in our family, and so usually on these nights, everybody's got to be here.
Right. Beautiful. Well, we'll keep pumping out the content, keep pumping out some exclusive content for all you guys who subscribe to the Patreon at different tiers. So we thank you again, and we hope that you enjoy this. If there's segments that you want to see, please reach out to us. If you want to get in on our live call-ins for our Patreon family only, message us your number if you can't make it for the time that we schedule them. Of course, drop your questions in the comments or messages, and then we'll try to get you on a future show. But thank you guys again.
Thanks, everybody.